If you're only here to cause drama, come sit next to me.
If you're looking for the bare necessities, you found them. Hello!
I'm Hunter Harden.
And I'm Papa the Bear. And welcome to the Real Housebears.
Podcast.
Who are you today?
Just dainty.
You are dainty.
Very dainty.
You're so dainty.
Nothing is what it seems.
You thought I was going to do a Dorit, huh?
I was like, that's not his Dorit.
No,
I was
it's not
like,
my Dorit.
I did get the dainty, though, from it. I just was like...
Well, throughout my travels, I've listened to many a podcasts around the world, but I've never listened to quite a podcast like the Real Housebears podcast. It's amazing.
Do I hear Dorit?
My accent is just going crazy.
You were not near as cockney as you were last week.
I was trying to. You said I was getting a little cockney.
Yeah,
so I
you
tried
were
to bring
getting a
it down
little
a little
cockney
bit.
last week.
I'm back in the. I'm Dorit. I'm back in the States. I've been here for a couple months. Tone it down. Here we go.
I've visited family back in Connecticut.
Listen, I can't blame Dorit for changing her accents around because no matter where I go, I went to South Carolina. I stopped saying "Hey, you guys" and started saying "y'all."
Oh, y'all is so easy.
And now I just say it all the time. So
Y'all is so easy.
if we ever take like a Europe trip and stuff, I'm coming back sounding like Madonna or Dorit. Like legit.
The same.
It's the same. It's basically the same. I think just one less mesh gloves,
Yeah, maybe
less mesh gloves.
But maybe keep the rubber bracelets.
Okay, I could do rubber bracelets.
Rubber bracelets.
Live strong.
Oh my gosh. Well, we lived strong last weekend, so you guys could tell last week how excited we were about Pride. And Pride weekend did not disappoint.
Holy macaroni.
It was quite amazing for our
so
very first,
much fun.
Our first Salt Lake City Pride.
Yeah, it was like a portion, like a fraction of what a normal Pride would be, but we certainly were so excited that we made the most of it.
Oh yeah.
So Friday night, we got to go out and be with some of our close friends. And
I got to dance and perform for everybody.
yes, and then it was just so electric because everyone was so excited to be vaccinated and be with
fun,
people and not wearing masks and just celebrate.
I think people went extra out this weekend, this past weekend.
100%. So we got to spend Friday night with a lot of our really close friends. Mm-hmm. And then Saturday night, Drether Hardenwood was reunited.
Boom.
Well, Drether Hardenwood and Paul. We can't leave. And I
just don't know how we're going to add Paul into it.
Well, I've been oddly thinking about it, and I just kind of like Drether Hardenwood and Paul. I think
or
it's cute.
Drether Hardenwood and Pollywog.
Oh my gosh.
I call him Pollywog.
That's cute. That's cute. So you guys are like, who are they talking about?
Yeah.
Paul was originally Dre and Heather's friend, who is now our friend, who is one of the most wonderful, funniest
He's
people.
He's snow on the roof, fire in the furnace. That's what he is. And I hope he's listening because he'll totally start laughing.
So Drether Hardenwood and Paul experienced Pride together Saturday night.
It was so awesome to have them there.
Yes.
But dang, Heather Gay was stealing my focus. like stealing focus from me. Like I was there to perform and nobody was like, oh my God, there's Hunter. Oh my God, can I get a picture? Oh my God, oh my God. It was all about Heather Gay, but you know what? It was Pride weekend. I was going to let her have it.
The person that's up is you.
She probably needed it. She needed a boost in confidence or something. I let her have it. So anybody that came up to me, I was like, hey, go to Heather Gay. I'm just totally joking.
Yes, we all believe. Oh, no, you were joking. We all believed you.
Shut up. Oh, my goodness.
So, it was, again, we got to spend a weekend with some great, great friends. But, people don't give celebrities their space.
They don't, whoa.
Like, Heather is just the sweetest person, and she's happy to take a picture, and she's happy to say hi to you, and give you a hug, and just say, and be wonderful.
And take pictures with you, and listen to what you have to say about your own story and stuff.
Yes.
But after you've done that, move away. like step away and let the next person do it.
Yeah.
Don't come back for seconds and thirds.
Some people just really did not want to give her
Any
her
room.
space.
So luckily she had two big old
Yeah, I
bears
mean,
there.
yeah, we were totally security duty.
Yeah.
Gladly so. Because it was just like nothing ruined my pride. It was a great weekend with
Oh my
great
gosh,
friends.
so much fun. And then Sunday we had another great day, and it was perfect ending to Salt Lake City Pride.
Yeah, and then we did have another really exciting housewife situation come up this week, but I'm sorry, we're not going to tell you about it quite yet.
It's rude and it's selfish.
So we're gonna be dicks, and we're gonna hint it to you.
Well,
but
you
not
all
ever
remember.
tell you
You all
guys.
remember first season when we're like, "Ooh, we're going to do this," and then it wouldn't happen.
I know. So
And they were, like the Lisa, let's be honest, the
Lisa thing.
Vita Tequila
the
situation.
Vita Tequila situation that took a
Which
couple months.
did, yeah. So
But it happened.
It did happen. So I just don't want to give away the details until everything is finalized. So something else really exciting happened, housewife. And then
Today, like what?
tonight we're at dinner, and both of us get FaceTime calls from a strange number.
A strange number, and it's from Utah. And I was like, I'm not answering a FaceTime call where if it was once, maybe it was an accident by somebody, but 2 or 3 times.
Yeah,
no, that is
that
suspect.
we FaceTime.
That is super suspect.
And listen, I don't FaceTime anyone that I haven't scheduled a FaceTime. Like that's just.
Oh my gosh, I hate scheduling a FaceTime. It ruins like my whole day. Like leading up to it, I'm like dreading
Oh, I'm
it.
looking forward to it because it's only for special occasions that I'm going to FaceTime.
So we both get these FaceTime calls, these messages and stuff, and then Corey texts this number, and it's
I'm like, who is this?
he's super mean and rude about it.
No.
Yeah,
you all
he
know
was
better.
super mean and rude about
But
it.
to be honest with you, I wasn't all that kind. I was like, who is this? And the reply was Mama Bear.
And immediately I was like, could that be Jen Shaw possibly? But I was like, I have Jen Shaw's number in my phone. I'll repeat that. I have Jen Shaw's phone number in my phone.
He's iconic, honey.
But it didn't pop up Jen Shaw. So I was like, oh, well, I guess it's not Jen Shaw.
But this person was FaceTiming us both incessantly. So I texted, I'm not going to answer a FaceTime for someone who I don't know who this is. And then the reply was, Jen Shaw.
Shawmazing.
Jen Shaw.
This is my new number.
She got a new phone number, and she included the Real Housebears in on it, yo.
I felt like such a jerk. I felt like
you were so
such a jerk.
rude to Jen Shaw, the Real Housewife of Salt Lake City. So rude. But then she FaceTimed us again. We chatted, and she
looked stunning.
so good. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she did. So
She said she was gonna lick my mustache right off me.
How many licks does it take?
Jen Shaw, I know you're probably not listening, but it was great to talk to you, girl, and hope we get to talk to you
I
again
know,
soon.
we miss you.
Well, let's get into Beverly Hills.
I am feeling overexposed
Are you
right
feeling
now.
overexposed?
Oh my goodness, just all this stuff is happening.
Like sarcasm this isn't the time.
Well, you know what? I went into this episode with such anxiety because we left off with Sutton going to Crystal's room, and I've been waiting with bated breath for a week to find out how that turned out. But then the episode starts off the next morning.
Yeah, well, Bear, you're just gonna have to hold your breath a little bit longer.
Skipped it all together. I was upset, to be honest with you, because seriously, I haven't stopped thinking about it since last week.
This is all too much today.
So we don't get to see about the coat situation yet, but
We do get taglines again.
Yes, we did get taglines, and we get Lisa Rinna brushing her teeth and makes her lips look even bigger. Did you notice that?
And you know what I'm going to say? Satnam.
It was showing her brush her teeth. I was like, girl.
I'll be honest, I don't like watching people brush their teeth.
Do you not?
It makes me gag.
I don't know if I really think about it, to be honest
Like
with you.
when we brush our teeth together, I turn off to the other side
That's
and brush
so
my teeth.
weird.
I don't
mean,
know.
it's not weird. I just didn't know that. I didn't know that about you.
I'm a freak.
Even with the new electric toothbrushes?
Especially with the new toothbrushes. Stuff flying everywhere and going crazy, foaming out the mouth like you got rabies. Crazy.
No, this is for real. Like, sorry, I get really upset about this and emotional.
Well, once again, Rinna and Garcelle are the first to show up.
Stop showing
and
up
they're
early.
stuck together. They both slept really well the night before. And then Crystal, who appears, did not. And I'm like, why? Why didn't she sleep good? What happened with Sutton? Why?
Did something happen last night?
It's like, I'm like, I can't take it.
You're just gonna have to wait.
Are they ever going to address it? So then Erika comes next, and she immediately is like, Crystal, are you okay? Like, Sutton.
Like, right away.
Yeah. She's like, I want to make sure you're okay. I think that was her exact words.
And she put her hand on her.
Yeah.
Contact.
You know, that's important to me.
It is very
That's
important.
And I love, like, a veteran taking care of the new girl.
That's what I like too.
That
Make
was
them
really nice.
feel welcomed.
Absolutely. And Garcelle tries a little bit to take up for Sutton, like, she's going through a lot. But everyone's like,
That's no reason to treat people bad.
I've said it on this podcast more than once, I think. You can vent to me, but you cannot vent at me.
Mm-hmm.
That's very kind of you.
Garcelle and Crystal decide that they're going to go into town to get coffee.
Yes, the ladies have the full morning for free.
For free until 1 o'clock.
Yes, but let me tell you what. Erika, in particular, ain't gonna miss that delicious-looking breakfast.
Yes, I'm going back for seconds. Why? I'm hungry.
Like, every morning they have breakfast, Erika's like, I will have a full plate of protein, please. That's my kind of breakfast.
And what else I love about Erika in this entire episode is no matter what time of day, inside or outside, she always has sunglasses on. I'm like, dang, girl, were you partying hard? You just want to put on your makeup?
No, well,
you're just like, dang, it's bright out here. That's me.
Well, I think at the end of this episode, we might find out why she's always having to wear her sunglasses.
Oh, my.
You don't know everything about anyone. That's really the truth.
Yeah, so Erika's going to hang out and stay in the hot tub. Kyle's going to stay with her. And Rinna's like, let's do yoga.
And everybody's like,
No.
I gotta wash my hair, sorry.
nah. No, thank you.
I mean, first of all, we know that Garcelle and Sutton aren't going to do anything physical. Maybe Sutton will dance, and later we'll find out she'll do water ballet.
Yeah. That full spread of breakfast, man, though, it makes me, whenever I see like a big breakfast on TV, I feel like I could smell it. For some reason, and it just makes me so hungry for breakfast food, no matter what time of day it is.
And again, that chef made our kind. Well, at least my kind of breakfast.
Meat.
Protein.
Yeah, I want like a piece of meat.
Yeah.
With a little bit of carbs spramped in.
I loved it.
Yes, give me some eggs and bacon and sausage links. Yes. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm getting excited.
It almost became inappropriate.
Sutton is wearing her fur slippers.
They're $2,000?
She has her anxiety roller with her.
Okay, those slippers look so weird to me, but I finally got a good look at them. They are teddy bears that are like kind of wrapped around the foot.
Okay.
Because I was like, that's such a clump of fur. It looks weird.
Well, it was kind of nice for Rinna to go visit Sutton, and all the other ladies were like, good luck with that.
Yeah.
Good luck. Have fun.
Does she have her roller?
that anxiety roller, it's like her fidget spinner.
And that's bad. Why?
Oh.
It's like her fidget spinner in a way.
Those face rollers, they like just help smooth out collagen and stuff, and you're like I don't know what they do, but I want to get
Sutton
one.
from crying.
I want one.
Well, once again, Sutton is the victim. She's upset. No matter what a nut job she is.
Don't call me crazy. That's not nice to do, and it's not true.
It's about how everyone reacted to her.
Yeah, it doesn't matter about her actions. It's everyone's reactions that she's offended by. And she legit has a list of adjectives that she has been described as through this whole trip written down.
The fact that
She's
pulled
only
out.
focusing on things that have happened to her. She doesn't even see or realize anything that she's done.
It blows my mind that someone of her age is that out of control of her emotions on the day-to-day. I'm not saying that we all don't lose control of our emotions, and some of us, myself included, quite regularly, but the fact that she can't have a conversation with any of these ladies without her roller is shocking to me in a way.
It's almost like if she had autism or some kind of social, I don't know, thing where then it's like that's super acceptable, but she's just a grown, rich woman.
I mean,
I
it
don't
seems
see
as
any-
if she hasn't had to deal with much in her life. But, you know, we do find out she dealt with her father committing suicide, wasn't it?
Yes, but I think the way that she deals with every issue that she's ever had in her life is to cry. If you make an emotional spiel about it, everybody else will fix it for you.
Okay.
And I think that mostly works with men.
Fair.
I don't know how many girlfriends she has that are close, you know?
Okay. Now, I will say, though, when they flash back to the dinner where everyone is so obviously, oh, Erika, have you seen your phone? Hey, Renna, check your phone.
Now that I think about it, it's a little suspicious.
I can see why Sutton was paranoid.
And also, if that is something that triggers you feeling left out, then I get that. But everybody explained to you multiple times that that wasn't how it was dealing. So now, instead of being like, oh, okay, I was acting irrational, you all called me these things.
She's not ready yet.
Yeah.
She's not ready yet. It's going to take her, I guess, a full 24 hours to get there.
Lisa Rinna just goes off at the top of her head all the things that she's been called.
If I had to do my own list of the names that people have called me, wanker.
Oh, what a wanker.
Crazy, nut job.
It's called schizophrenic.
Evil.
Really evil.
See you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.
Bitch. You bitch. Wow. Worst friend on the planet.
You have not been a friend to me.
I'm sure there's more.
And then she's off to yoga.
But Kyle's like, I stand by it. You are irrational. Irrational. Let me add that to my list. I'm like, oh.
And then killed me is Lisa Rinna goes, it's also, you're very defensive. Write that down too. Defensive. Legit. She said that. She said, add defensive to the list too, because you're super defensive. And Sutton looks at her and her eyes get so big, like she is so blown away that she
needs to roll her eyes. Roll
just,
your eyes.
Just
roll
kept,
them.
she just
roll them.
said that to her.
That is so... how did I miss that?
I don't know. It was so good.
That is amazing.
And she adds defensive to the list.
Satnam.
Oh, man.
Satnam.
Crystal and Garcelle are having a hot cup of coffee, latte.
This made me miss Tahoe so much because the really, really tall pine trees everywhere.
It made
in
me
the background.
sweat.
But it's cold air. You're up in the mountains.
I know, but it's been hot around here lately, and they were drinking that hot coffee. I was like, you're making me sweat.
Oh, you poor thing.
Garcelle asks Crystal how she's feeling, and she's obviously feeling attacked by Sutton. And this is, Sutton and Garcelle have become such good friends. Mm-hmm. So I'm sure it's hard for Garcelle to even have these conversations, especially seeing her friend act like a nut job.
Yeah.
Don't call me crazy.
She's like, I don't need an apology. And Garcelle's like, if you guys don't talk about it, it'll come to a head. And Crystal's like, what? You mean it could get worse than this?
And what's also funny is when Kyle says, Sutton, you need to apologize to Crystal, it cuts over to the very next scene of Crystal saying, I don't need an apology. I was like, oh, you bravo.
But I was like,
editors.
Honey, if you've watched The Housewives before, which I assume she has, you know this isn't anywhere near the worst it's going to get.
No.
And from what I've been reading on the interwebs lately, the Sutton Crystal drama is nowhere near being finished.
Oh, gosh.
I can't deal with crazy people.
So,
well, they should have saged that house. Why does every housewife sage their house? I understand it's to get away evil spirits and stuff, but like everybody does it.
Well, they all have a lot of evil spirits around, I guess.
Maybe we should get some sage around this house. Maybe.
I think we have a love and light all around our home. Everyone's back at the cabin. They're spending the afternoon on a boat. And Kyle reminds them that boat rides don't bode so well for this group. Did you like that? I just now thought of that. That just came to me. Ew. That was good, yeah?
Yeah, that was good.
I'm a little proud of myself.
I think that was good.
Oh, I like that.
But they're going to get a boatload of trouble soon.
This is special.
Yeah.
So they better anchor themselves down and get ready for this.
This is really, really, really special.
This is the latest in the day we've ever recorded the podcast. I mean, it's almost 9 o'clock our time. I hope maybe we're just punch drunk. You're funny. Kyle and Sutton get a drink, and Sutton is like, I'm going to have a vodka with a vodka and a vodka.
With a sprinkle of something flavoring in it with just, vodka. So I don't look like I'm drinking just vodka.
Right. And then Erika and Garcelle talk about Tom for a while, and he's back at the firm, and she's talking about how he loves being a workhorse.
Workhorse, honey.
And then the ladies get attacked by a lake gull.
It's Okay, Bear has this issue with seagulls not being by the sea. So when we see seagulls around us here in Utah, he calls them land gulls. And so apparently now that we're at the lake...
They're lake gulls.
Lake birds or lake gulls.
They're lake gulls. They're lake gulls.
Okay.
I mean, makes sense, right?
Google it.
No, but
when we first moved here, I was like, what are the seagulls doing in here in Utah? We're not by the sea. And Hunter's like, Bear, it's like butterflies aren't made out of butts.
So this seagull thing is just
So the lake gull flies above the boat.
The lake gull is chasing and terrorizing these ladies, but honestly, it just wants some food.
Yes.
Or the Chanel hat that Kyle's wearing.
She's like, I have to talk about my brand that I'm wearing. Lake gulls don't wear brands. Kathy's not scared, though.
Kathy,
she said she is not a drama queen, which I completely believe. I don't think anything can affect her shield of irrational thinking. I don't know what she's got in front of her, a shield of whatever. I want it because she is so happy and carefree all the time.
I think it's those proverbial rose-colored glasses.
Ooh.
I think that's Kathy Hilton right there.
I love that.
Me too. I hope
that's good.
I hope she's always like that.
I like just Kathy Hilton on this. It's just she's a breath of fresh air, and everyone is on the deck enjoying fresh air,
except for Sutton.
Everybody's talking about her.
Well, because she's sitting over there by herself.
Well,
sulking.
She's kind of sitting. Yeah, she is. But
I mean, Kathy's like 2 seats away.
She looks like a wounded animal.
But all
there.
the other ones are practically hugging each other over there in this other space.
But I love it that they're all whispering and staring over at her and talking. I'm like, y'all seem like a bunch of mean girls. You're gonna make her anxiety worse. And then they're like, Erika's just like, what's going on? What's going on, honey? And she, what, me? No,
she starts crying.
Nothing, oh my God.
She starts crying. So she wants to move past it, and so she pulls Crystal aside again.
Oh, by the way, Dorit, this whole time, she can feel the anxiety that Sutton is giving off. She feels that, and it makes her very uncomfortable.
Well, because Sutton had no tolerance for Dorit last season. None whatsoever.
No, ma'am.
So as soon as Sutton starts to talk, she pulls out her roller, and she starts off with, being called ridiculous didn't make me feel great. You pull Crystal aside to clear this up, and you start off with...
As you're rolling something on your face to keep you from crying, and she's ridiculous.
And she immediately goes into how Crystal was aggressive towards her.
Yeah.
My mind was blown.
Again,
Crystal's mind was blown.
Again, Sutton only sees what happened to her.
Crystal kind of, sometimes you chuckle or giggle because you don't know how else to react.
Oh, I do it all the time. I do it on this podcast after I say everything I say.
So Crystal's like, listen, for the 80th time, I was not involved in the prank, but I was trying to get you in. I was trying to get you to understand that this was all something that was going on around us, and I was trying to bring you in with us.
And Sutton's just, but you kicked me. Who does that? Who kicks someone to tell them to be quiet?
Oh my gosh.
It's just a little too much, and Crystal is not falling for any of it. You could see in Crystal's head, she just is like, this is ridiculous. Again, this is ridiculous.
Sutton is an extroverted introvert.
Okay.
I do relate. I know this is hard to believe, but like when I meet new people, I am painfully shy.
And really difficult to get to know.
And like almost physically pained to meet new people sometimes. But once you get to know me, you're like, someone put him back in his cage.
We do not do bears.
I don't know, but when I'm meeting people for the first time, and even though I'm shy, I'm still trying to make a good impression.
Absolutely. I mean, you don't know how to not make a good impression, sweet.
Aw, thank you.
Now you say that about me.
Oh, yeah, you too, Bear.
Thanks, honey. Oh, you're so nice.
Looks like you're not gonna get any more hugs and kisses.
I didn't know you were giving me a compliment just to receive one.
So Sutton's blaming all of this on being shy, and she would like for Crystal to give her a chance to get to know her, and then she pulls out the roller again. And Crystal's like, all that you've given me to get to know you is crazy. And Sutton's like, well, don't call me crazy.
Well, and she says you've shown me that you're an untrustworthy person, too.
And you know, Sutton is another one of those housewives that always uses if in her apologies. If I hurt you, if I offended you, that is on my big, I can't stand it. I can't stand it. Eventually they hug it out. Even though Crystal doesn't like to hug, she's turning a new leaf.
Yes.
I'm not Crystal, Sutton.
Yeah,
Sutton doesn't like to hug. And then she just babbles on uncomfortably for a few more minutes.
I mean, and she says that she's being crazy because she moved out of their new house and into a new one, and she thinks it's finally catching up to her. Blah, 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 blah. Sutton thinks that crying gets you sympathy. Crystal not buying it at all. Blah, 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 blah.
But what I want to know is, why do I still not know what happened with that freaking coat the night before?
Well, you know what?
How did they just have another conversation and we still don't know about the stinking coat the night before?
Like, give me a break, man.
I'm sorry, but you're going to have to wait a little bit longer because we're going to take a break right now.
Oh my God.
I'm really sorry about that, but we're going to have to wait a little bit longer until we can get into the...
If I don't find out what happens with this freaking coat. All right.
We will be right back after this brief whatever.
Break?
We're going to brief break. And
a brief break.
A little drink and we'll get out of this hot closet. Bye.
Guys, let's eat.
And we're back.
Wow, yeah, we're back.
Got to ease them back in.
I think they were probably ready.
Probably.
I think they were probably ready. The women get back to the dock, but did you notice they call it parking instead of docking? Don't you say docking the boat instead of parking the boat?
Docking the boat.
They just they said parking multiple times, and I just thought it was kind of cute.
Who did?
The ladies did. We're parking the boat.
Oh, the ladies did.
We're
Yeah, okay.
boat.
I thought you said I thought it was the crew members. I was
No. That was a pretty uneventful boat ride, other than the Lake Gall.
Well, you also got to see Vikings Holmes Castle.
True.
This lady bought the whole bay and built a castle with 36 bedrooms, and the women were most excited that it was a woman that owned almost half of the Lake Tahoe, basically.
Didn't they say like early 1920s, 1940s or something like that?
I had no idea about that, but I do know there's like some extremely, extremely expensive big homes there.
Oh.
I do know Robin Williams lived up there, and we would pass his house a lot.
Oh, yeah?
Back in the day, yeah.
Oh. When they get back to the house, the chef has made homemade donuts and cookies.
Man, that must smell so good.
I wanted to grab that apple fritter and rub it all over my body and then lick myself clean.
Okay, people say money doesn't buy happiness. If I could come home from a boat ride on Lake Tahoe and come home to homemade donuts and cookies, that's happiness.
Yes. Amen to that.
You need to quit eating.
Kathy and everyone's going to go to their separate rooms, but Kathy and Rena warn Erika. They're like, "You're going to stay up with us tonight."
Hi, Kathy. I would stay up all night with Kathy if she asked me to.
Please.
Oh my! I'd be like,
Please.
Kathy, I'll do it.
I'll
do
just
anything.
sit next to you, read newspapers.
Imagine one day we might meet Kathy Hilton.
Oh,
I might pass out.
even the dreams that I didn't even know that I could dream have come true. Don't even tease
And
me with it.
tenfold.
Yes, so don't even tempt me with
But
that.
now I think it's a possibility, and I want to meet Kathy Hilton and hang out with her and have a slumber party so freaking bad.
Yeah, please.
Oh my God.
Well, you know, Andy Cohen said on Watch What Happens Live this week that The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills was almost a show about Kyle and Kathy and Kim.
I totally would have watched. It would have been good.
Oh my gosh, because Kim's nuttier than all the whole.
I mean, could you imagine that trio?
Yes.
That's
yes, I can.
insane.
Yeah, I fantasize about it on a regular basis.
This is not for sex, is it?
Now, you know, we really applaud the Bravo editors for just what an incredible job they do, but I actually caught a little bit of an error this week.
You caught an error?
Yes, because Dorit's like, okay, I'm going to my room, and then everyone's like, they're going to their rooms. Then cut to Dorit and Kyle finding a bocce ball set.
Okay, you're very good with small balls.
Okay.
I think that was it was like, this is out of order. I feel weird. This is out of order.
Bocce ball set. I called it the ball throwing game.
The ball throwing game.
And then I was said, of course, Dorit has probably seen real ball throwing game players in the mountains of Indonesia with native mountain people of the Tikuk clan or something like that.
It's giving me a Lugano, Switzerland vibe.
And she probably whooped their butts at that too.
Dorit does not lose a game.
I make fun of Dorit a lot, but it's mostly because I love her to death.
I'm not kidding you. We have not had any Dorit storyline yet this season, and I'm anxious.
And she is a character, and I'm kind of obsessed with her.
And in her first few seasons, didn't care too much for her.
Mm-mm.
I think partially because Lisa Vanderpump, who I also love and worship, I think LVP kind of helped keep Dorit pushed down a little bit.
Hello.
Oh, yeah.
And plus, when people are new, it just takes
hard
them a while.
Yeah, that's why you need to wait for Garcelle to start picking up.
You're right. I'm trying to. But
I do have to say, in this episode, especially, I realized how much of a downer she is.
I don't feel like Garcelle likes to have fun.
I'm perfectly happy sitting here, watching TV.
Yeah, I mean, later on, I'm sure you wrote something down about the whole pool thing.
Yeah, she just doesn't seem to want to have fun.
Dorit won the ball throwing game.
Of course she did. Sutton, they're all getting ready for dinner, and Sutton comes down in another A-line dress that is fitting poorly.
I do have to say that I saw when Sutton came out, I wrote down she's wearing a more form-fitting outfit.
Yes, but I think maybe there's not a way to flatter her. But I don't know. But I was like, that dress does not fit right.
None of her outfits fit right.
And then she's wearing those bear slippers with it.
I hope somebody finds her like a really good stylist. Yeah. She used to be a dancer.
Yeah, I'm curious.
I mean, you don't have to be thin to be beautiful, but you can find outfits. I feel bad
that I'm talking so poorly about her. I do, but
she's erratic. She's imbalanced. She's unreasonably emotional.
It's her.
But again,
for me.
It looks like a curtain in some kind of fancy house.
Yeah.
What's that gay piano guy? Liberace's house.
Dorit does not like being called Dorit, and you better stop it now.
I'll stop.
She does not like it.
I'll stop. I think it's funny, Dorit.
And then Erika comes down wearing Leah McSweeney's outfit from this week. Except Erika is only wearing 2 layers, whereas Leah's was 3.
I didn't even notice that.
Yes, because Kathy's like, did you notice that you're wearing 2? But Erika is wearing like a 2-layer pant situation, and then Leah this week wore a 3-layer pant situation.
And I was going to say, Erika was wearing it wrong until Kathy Hilton told her wear it right.
Kathy's like, unbutton that.
Pull that thing down a little bit. But that was the style. It looked great after she told her to do that.
And then Kyle almost sneezes because of her nose stitches. And then Garcelle's like, so who's had their nose done? And to be honest with you, I didn't think, I know that it used to be quite taboo to ask that kind of thing, but I didn't realize that it still was.
Like nose jobs, like I guarantee you,
nose
every
jobs,
single
boobs
one.
jobs, lips jobs, whatever. I mean,
We started the episode with Kyle having a nose job.
Maybe Dolores just desensitized us.
That's probably, I don't know.
But
I mean,
really thought
if you say that you haven't had your nose done and you're a real housewife, especially a late seasoned housewife, I'm like, you've gotten a touch up.
Or Dorit,
that nose, her childhood nose, that is not her same nose.
But I really am surprised that it's something that people try to hide anymore. I thought people like wore it as a badge of honor now. Maybe I'm just maybe my only reality is Housewives. I don't know.
It's true though.
And again, I think that New Jersey, that whole season was about plastic surgery.
I think it'd be more taboo asking if you got liposuction or something like that.
Because even Erika's like, well, I'll be glad to talk about it if we can talk about yours. And if it's bad, I'm going to read you.
And I'll give you a number.
I was like, yikes.
To get that
yikes.
fixed.
Erika had a nose job when she was 41, I think she said. Mm-hmm. Dorit just didn't make a sound. She didn't even move. She just kept her eyes in one direction. She's like, if I don't move, they won't see me.
Everyone's like a dinosaur. Don't move.
If my nose doesn't move, they won't notice it's different. Kathy admitted she's had her nose done.
Yes.
And then Crystal texts that she's not coming to dinner because she's having a little bit of a breakdown.
Yeah, and it's really odd that she's having a breakdown now. I can understand if she's just tired, but honestly, I think she's watched the show before. Has any dinner at the end of any trip been successful or not or stress-free?
Well, later on when she explains that she just didn't want to trigger Sutton yet again, I was like, I get it.
I get that. I totally get that.
I mean, for herself and for the group.
Yeah.
I got it. So, and plus, this is all new to her.
It's all new to her.
I can't imagine that anyone who becomes a Real Housewife really, truly knows what they're getting themselves into.
Mm-mm. And most of the time, they don't even tell you what you're, like, auditioning for.
Well, even Kathy Hilton this week was like, I really thought that people on these shows had like earbuds and people were telling them what to say. And she was like, no, these are real people acting the real way.
Kathy, nobody can tell you in your ear the crap that you have been saying. You are just saying some crazy, crazy stuff.
So Sutton apologizes to the table, explains that she wasn't quite herself, that all of this big change has really affected her, and, the additional exhaustion.
She did say she gets triggered when she feels left out
and
of things, and it just triggered things, and it made it even worse for her, and she's sorry for being her crazy spell for a second.
I will accept an apology.
Of course.
But if this doesn't change, if I keep seeing this pattern.
Listen, actions speak louder than words, and that's my biggest rule.
Mm-hmm. Isn't what girlfriends do for girlfriends? That's right.
Lisa Rinna has a kumbaya moment. She says that she realized she's not always making great decisions. And Garcelle's like, yes, you're right.
I love it that this conversation to the whole table, the cameras are only facing Garcelle and Lisa.
Garcelle is not done.
She's not. She's not going to let Lisa Rinna pageant queen her way out of this.
You're right. You're exactly right. And then Rinna's like, well, let me tell you a story that maybe will explain why I behaved the way I did. So Harry Hamlin has a friend who raped someone and went to jail. And all of Harry's buddies were like, we need to go visit him. And Harry's like, nope, I'm not going to do that because I can't support what he did. And Rinna's like, so that's like the same as me and Denise.
Are you out of your mind?
The fact that she compared a convicted rapist to Denise lying about kissing a girl. Even having a relationship with a girl.
I mean, I understand.
Lisa Rinna.
Yeah, like this blind friendship, I think it was the term they used. I understand that part of the story, but rape, Rinna?
Lisa Rinna, this is dinner in Tahoe.
I was like, yikes, yikes, yikes.
I was kind of blown away when she said that. And even some of the ladies were like, we don't say that story. Don't tell us
Right?
that story again. Nobody needed to hear that.
But one thing that we do find out that does put Rinna in a slightly better light is that actually she didn't tell the whole story. She didn't completely rat out Denise. She just simply wouldn't let off of Denise until Denise ratted herself out.
Instead of spilling the beans of a secret that Denise told her as a friend, she is going to bully her on national television relentlessly until she tells the truth.
You're so angry.
Well, you know that Lisa Rinna, sometimes she doesn't say all the right things.
Oh, I'm Lisa. I forgot.
So I really hope that we put this Denise situation. I did not like that storyline.
I don't either. It made me very, 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 very much dislike Lisa as a human being because of how she tore Denise down on camera so relentlessly.
Well, I just hated the fact that the whole entire storyline of that season was about a non-cast member. That's what I hated about it.
You are so picky.
I was like, why is Brandy not on the show? And then we're going to just talk about it all season long. Oh, I didn't think it was fair to Denise.
When are we going to find out about the jacket last night?
Seriously. So the ladies have a fun game night with pool.
The ladies survived dinner.
Foosball. Renna's like, let's get in the pool. And they're like, no. Come on, let's get in the pool. No.
No, come on, you guys. Let's get in the pool.
No. But Sun's like, okay, fine, I will. I'll go get my bathing suit.
Surprised. I was not expecting Sutton to be the first one to get in a swimsuit and jump in the pool.
And then Garcelle, I think, finally got back at Rinna. I think she finally had her moment. Because I was embarrassed on behalf of Lisa Rinna. Like, it hurt my feelings for Rinna. When Garcelle was like, see, Rinna, maybe this is one of those times when you just back off. And Rinna, who was just really just trying to have fun, was like, cut. Like, stabbed in the stomach.
I know. I held my breath after that. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, I mean, just air just deflated.
I know.
It hurt my feelings.
It hurt my feelings too, and the way that she like high-fived everyone afterwards. And I was like, okay, Garcelle, thanks for ruining anybody's fun that you're having in this amazing, luxurious home on the weekend in Tahoe, pool, table.
Again, I don't know what Rinna has done to Garcelle. But I don't recall a time that Rinna has been condescending and rude to Garcelle like Garcelle was to Rinna right there.
Yeah, it was kind of rough. But Garcelle just isn't having anything that Lisa is offering.
I mean, Garcelle is in battle mode at all times. I haven't seen her relax. She has had a few funny one-liners, but we were just talking earlier today how New Jersey is very heavy. Like, their drama is heavy and what they're going through is really heavy. But in Beverly Hills, it's been kind of nice because most of the ladies have been having a blast, and then we've still had our drama with Sutton and Crystal to keep it interesting.
The drama has been funny.
Yeah. So the Garcelle, though, is not having fun.
Sometimes it's okay to say nothing. Nothing.
No, she's just not having fun, and I think you just need to give her some time. Hopefully some drama will come up on her end that she's going to have to defend.
Or maybe she can just let loose a little bit and have a good time. I'd be thrilled with that.
Maybe next season.
I was also thrilled with the water choreography.
Ooh, the synchronized swimming from the Mermaid Ladies.
Yes, that was really, really
cute.
Quite beautiful.
They did surprisingly good.
They did a great job.
I mean, I was like, okay, this was actually kind of good.
Sutton was a dancer.
Yes.
And Rinna has been in Chicago on Broadway and whatever, and she dances on Instagram every day. But she's learned choreography as well. Mm-hmm. Fosse choreography at that. So Fosse. So I thought I was impressed by that.
I was not impressed by the Jenga game that they were playing at the table.
Why? Because Erika just like.
No, it's because they don't know how to play it.
Oh, is that what it is?
Did you notice that? I was like, why is the tower so small? And it's already fallen over. I thought it was small bricks. No, instead of pulling what brick they pulled out and setting it on the top, back in order, they were keeping it like, I won. This is my one piece, so I won this one piece. So they weren't even playing Jenga correctly. They were keeping all the pieces instead of setting them back on top. I was like, what?
I wanted to have fun, damn it.
The synchronized swimming saved everything, in my opinion.
I felt like they were high school girls. It was cute.
Yeah.
Like how girls come up with cheers in their bedroom and stuff like that.
I used to come up with
Girls
dance
and
routines.
me. Girls and me.
Trust, I know you're a part of that cheerleading squad.
Well, we were actually reenacting Xanadu on our roller skates in my basement.
You know what I was doing?
What?
I was making amazing choreographed flips and dance moves on the trampoline, listening to my Michael Jackson cassette tape.
I actually knew that.
I mean, I would call my mom and stepdad, I'd be like, watch this. How did my mom not know I was gay? Like, honestly. Come watch my performance on the trampoline to Michael Jackson.
There were just too many of you.
There's too much flair.
Yes.
Hands flaring, some jazz fingers.
Most of the ladies are calling it a night, and then Crystal appears.
Crystal shows up to say goodnight.
And she stays and talks to Kyle for a minute.
But she stays and talks with Kyle.
Finally. Here's
your moment.
Wait,
hold on. I gotta do something real quick. Hold on. We gotta pause this for like 20 minutes.
No, we don't, because we finally learn about the coat. So Crystal was naked in her room. All these women sleep naked.
Amen. I can't sleep with clothes on.
I sleep naked at home, but I think when I sleep in other places where other people are staying, I sleep in at least my underwear.
You know that's not true for me.
I know. And so Sutton, but I was surprised that Sutton didn't like knock and wait for come on in, but actually just came in, was like, here's your coat. And then Crystal immediately dives down to the floor to cover herself, and Sutton's like, well, whatever you're doing down there, and walks out.
Yeah. Well, she also was on the phone too, so I think she was also feeling like she got caught maybe talking about her. And maybe she was a little ashamed of that too, on top of just...
I think that she had just felt violated all weekend long, that was just the icing on the cake.
And then she was in her safety of her bedroom, and she...
Yeah.
Well, Sutton did kind of knock. She was like, Crystal, are you up? And then kind of opened the door. I mean, granted, you need to wait. Like, later on in the episode, I think Kyle walks up to someone else's room and knocks and waits for them to open the door.
Yeah, especially when everyone's gone to bed and it's 45 minutes later.
In other seasons where the ladies are like have been around for a long, like New York, they all don't care if they see each other naked, most likely. Walking in on each other.
Most of them for sure. So Crystal was, even though that happened the night before, she still tried to make it through the boat day, and that talk with Sutton just really was like, I just can't do Sutton anymore.
Yeah.
I just can't do Sutton anymore. Kyle was like, well, she was on best behavior, and Crystal was like,
maybe because I wasn't there.
And that was, I didn't like that.
Yeah.
I was like, you might, is she right?
Is she? Is she right?
That's how I felt. Breakfast again.
Oh, God, I'm so hungry for some breakfast.
All the protein. My kind of breakfast again. Everyone is ready to get home.
Erika's wearing sunglasses.
Of course she is. Sutton goes back to Crystal's room, and I didn't want it.
I know. I'm like, can we just go home? I don't want to talk about it anymore. But Crystal brings up the issue with walking in on her naked, and she felt violated.
Creepy and weird.
It was creepy, and that's what Sutton heard was like. So I'm not creepy and weird.
Creepy and weird. Creepy and weird. Creepy and weird.
And that's all she wrote that down.
I bet she did.
She wrote that.
I bet she did.
Creepy and weird.
Both of these women are having a hard time. Both of these new women.
Crystal starts
having a hard time.
Crying.
Yeah, they're exhausted.
I mean, it's got to be exhausting.
This is a new experience.
They've been up late at nights, up early, doing stuff all day during the day. I'm sure getting just ready in the mornings.
And I'm pretty sure they don't hang out with people who cause too much conflict in their life on a day-to-day basis.
Oh my God, I don't know how I would handle it, but if I had that paycheck, I'd be like, bring the drama.
So they hug it out, and then again, Sutton rambles on uncomfortably for a few minutes.
Mm-hmm. Sutton is going to send Crystal flowers tomorrow.
That's awfully nice of you.
It is nice.
And then Dorit's the last one again, and they're like, what is she going to be wearing? She normally wears Louis Vuitton, or is it Fendi Friday?
Well, the scariest thing of this whole trip has been the women having to carry their own luggage.
They are devastated about that.
I get it that, I mean, they're small women, and I'm sure they have luggage that weighs more than them, and there's a lot of stairs and stuff. But it has been very traumatizing.
Don't judge someone until you walk in their shoes.
Erika's wearing a Rinna sweatshirt that says, "He paid for your life, now dance."
Yeah, I don't get it.
I didn't get it. I looked it up, and I still didn't get it.
No, I didn't get it either.
But that was interesting.
And then what they've been building up to, which I knew all along, I was like, this will only happen in the last 1 minute of the episode.
I know.
It's election day, and we all know what happened on election day.
I love the intense drama of what's going to happen. The women are all at home, they're enjoying their life. They're talking about the daily life of what's going on right now, the election, life is going on. All of a sudden, the cell phone rings. There's a message. All the women are checking in there. Oh my gosh, what is it?
And Erika texts her friends that she filed. I didn't know who filed for divorce. That she had filed for divorce that morning. No, I mean I didn't know until I watched this episode. That she had filed for divorce that morning. So it was nice of her to give her friends a heads up before it came out in the press.
I do love that the ladies all get a message from Erika, this devastating news, and the first thing that they do is FaceTime each other instead of Erika. They all call each other to talk about it instead of one person calling Erika and be like, hey, just got your text, just wanted to check in with you, blah, blah, blah. No.
Well, I'm sure, there were cameras there when they received the text.
Do you think it was pre-produced, planned?
Well,
them all hey, look at your phone and act like you just got a message.
Well, I think that they found out about Erika. And they're like, okay, we have to film. The other lady's finding out.
Oh, okay.
But again, they could have very well found out that morning and then had to refilm.
Yeah, that's true.
I have heard that they sometimes do refilm things like that.
Sometimes reality TV just can't be full reality.
Sometimes it's...
You got to give entertainment to the people. They're dying for it.
Well, that's a beautiful segue to end this episode because... Wow, good job. You're going to give entertainment to the people.
Listen, you're the king of segues into new...
Well, I think you just became a prince.
Thank you.
Tell them where you're going to be entertaining the people this summer around the world.
Well, my next event is going to be Denver, Colorado at Summit. Dancing for Barracuda, June 25th. And then the next day, y'all, I'm going straight from Denver to San Francisco, California at Pueblo Works, dancing with Barracuda again, June 26th. And then I'm off to Akron, Ohio, dancing at Interbelt, July 3rd, Oklahoma City for Paradise, July 8th through the 10th, and my sweet Housebears is going to be there with me. And then I'm back here in my hometown, Salt Lake City, Utah, for Bearvasion, July 15th through the 17th. And then here's a new date, people, Long Beach, California for Barracuda, July 24th. And then I'm going off to Fort Lauderdale for Bear Week, September 3rd through the 6th.
So if you are part of our community or a supporter, an ally of our community, go...
or you just got the haunts for me.
Go watch Hunter Harden shake his bootay.
Throw some dollar bills. Throw some 20 bills at me, y'all.
And in the meantime, make sure you're following us on the socials. On Facebook and Instagram, we are The Real Housebears. On Twitter, we are Real Housebears. And you can email us at therealhousebears@gmail.com.
We are also on YouTube at The Real Housebears, and we're also wherever you listen to your podcasts. Mm-hmm. And if there is some way to rate us on that site that you're listening to our podcast, please give us an amazing review and please give us a 5-star rating.
Yes. Thank you all so much for another fun week. We'll be back with you next week.
Bye.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Okay, it's on.
And here we go. We're going to test our voices on this microphone.
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 Cha.